everybody, and thank you for being with me today. So, today I'm reacting to Foodie Beauty's latest mukbang video, as well as including some interesting stuff on Twitter. Before I begin, though, I would like to say thank you to everyone who popped into the live stream, those of you that were viewers and content creators alike. I remember that there was Kaya Simons that came in last night. Thank you, Kaya, for coming in and spending so much time. I know that at night that's usually your time for streaming, but I was just in the mood to do tarot. So thank you so much for spending time with me, as well as Erie Pepperoni and all the wonderful viewers. I had so much fun doing the tarot on Foodie and doing specialized tarot readings for some of you viewers. I would also like to apologize to those people who wanted tarot readings and I had to cut out a little early. When you do tarot readings, it does take a lot out of you. It does drain your energy. And by the last reading, I was completely spent. My cards were acting up, and that's usually a sign to cut it off and go rest for the night. But I have some good news because there were so many people wanting tarot readings. I've decided that I'm going to do regular live chats where I do tarot readings for all of you. It doesn't just have to be about Foodie. So look forward to more tarot card readings, and I can read tarot for those of you that are my viewers. So with that said, let's move on to Foodie because she did another mukbang, and this one was at McDonald's. And because she did it at McDonald's, that's why I came up with the name of the title of this react. It was McDonald's again, really? Because she's already gone to McDonald's at least a couple of times since she's been to Kuwait, especially the one that she is going to in this react. She's been there before. It's right near the towers that she went to, where she was on top of the towers and the place was deserted. So she's rehashing the same locations for content that she can monetize and make money off of. But I will say there are some react worthy moments in the mukbang. Has nothing to do with the food that she's eating. It has to do with the shade that Salah is continuously throwing at her because he was striving for all the unflattering angles and the silent throwable shade. So I'm here for it. So I'll tell you what, let's go to Twitter first because there's some cool stuff on Twitter. There's some positive stuff as well that I just want to show you. So let me go ahead and share the screen. Okay, so there's my Twitter. And for those of you that want to follow me on Twitter, if you got a Twitter account, you're on the Bird app, it's Wow Girl Sarah. So let me just get out and go directly to my Twitter feed. Okay, so this is something positive from Enzinator. Everybody loves a hug. Animals love hugs. People love hugs. I thought this was a great little clip video. You know, the puppers wants to hug. And the seals. And even the kitties. Kitties want hugs. Everybody feels good with a hug. Hugs are very positive. They give you good energy. Even birds. See, look, birds want hugs. So if you're wanting to feel good, hug somebody or let them hug you. You'll feel much better for it. I just wanted to show that to you. How every living thing loves a good hug. Okay, now this is cute from Memes in Space. So there's an old saying, you don't choose a cat, the cat chooses you. And so this cat is claiming the human. They're literally putting a stamp on the human. Like, I've claimed you, you're mine. You know, I put my mark down. That's it. That's all. No argument. And once you've been claimed by a cat or a dog, that's it. They belong to you. You know, there's no argument here. All right, now I'm including this one for a reason. So Foodie has been telling everybody that she's 360 pounds. Well, the last true weigh-in that she did was long ago when she was with BB. And this is the clip of the true weigh-in that she did. So this weigh-in was years ago, back in the BB era when she lived with him. And look at the weight, 377 pounds. So almost 400 pounds. And you guys can see how she looks here. But just for context, let's play the clip all the way through.
377.5. There you go. 377.
So 377 pounds. That is higher than the weight that she's claiming that she's at right now. I don't think you're 377 pounds right now, Foodie. I think if you add another 100, maybe 150 to that number, that would be your true weight. And I'm going to offer proof of why I feel that way in my Twitter feed, because somebody posted a couple of side-by-side pictures of how you looked when you were with Natter compared to how you look now. And you can clearly see there is a significant weight gain. So we'll get to that in a second. But that was her last true, sincere, honest weigh-in. 377 pounds, very, very close to the 400-pound range. This is from Ghost Crab, and this is from the current mukbang that she did. So Foodie decided it would be a good idea to squeeze herself into a very tight booth. I'm not sure why she didn't just pick a regular chair. That would have been much more comfortable. It would have made more sense. But I guess this was her way of trying to convince everybody that she was smaller than what she is. So she squeezed herself into a booth, and it was so incredibly tight that, as you can see, like, her tummy is literally sitting on top of the table. It looks so tight and uncomfortable, Foodie. I don't know why you decided to do this. Instead of convincing everybody that you're smaller than what you are, it had the opposite effect. Why make yourself uncomfortable when you don't have to? Okay, now here's the picture I was talking about from Miss Mary Cap MC. So the picture on the left was a still from the video that she did with Natter when they went to the park. And the picture on the right is Chantal, a still from the current mukbang. So let's look at them closely, blown up. There's Chantal, back when she was with Natter. Don't know what her weight was at that time, but that's the way she looked. Compared to, this is Chantal now. So, madam, how is it that you are 360 pounds? I'm not sure why you are obsessed with the 300s, but I've noticed in the past when you were talking about your weight, you would always say something in the low 300s, like 330, 340, 350. Now it's 360. Maybe you're going up to 360 because you know you're getting bigger, and you know that people know that you're not 350, so you got to bump it up a little bit. But from here to here, I'm not trying to be rude, Foodie, but that is a lot. I mean, come on. That abaya that you have on right now, when you bought it, it was a lot more loose. It was a lot more flowing, and it's practically skin tight. If you keep going the way that you're going, you're not going to be able to wear it. So you might want to slow down with the loading up with the calories that your body doesn't need. Okay, this is another still shot from Astia Strong. I just showed it to you. So let's compare this. Okay, let me just go back. Hold on a second. Okay, so this is Chantal back with BB. This was her at 377 pounds. Let me blow that up so you guys can get a good look at her. This is how she looked at 377 pounds, almost 400. So take a look at her body. Okay, and now we're going to go back up. That was her with BB. This over on the left was when she was with Natter. So she's gotten a little bit heavier since that time when she got with Natter. And then here we are on the right. So during the BB era at almost 400 pounds, not quite there, but very, very close. Then she looks a bit heavier here in the Natter era. She did put on a little bit of weight. And then we have this. You've not lost weight, Foodie, you've gained. Quite a bit, ma'am. Quite a bit. Now, this is something pretty. Let's do a little palette cleanser. So, there's a river in the Philippines that earned the moniker Enchanted River due to its unusual colors and unexplored depths that have inspired various local legends. So, that is so gorgeous. I have to blow it all the way up. Look at the water. It is so beautiful and clear. And it's so clear you can see the fish. I wonder if people swim in that river or they prefer not to because it's just so pretty. You don't want to destroy the beauty and pristine of those waters, but just absolutely amazing. Nature is amazing sometimes. There's so many beautiful things in nature. Okay, this is from Ray, and that has to do with Chantal's many sock accounts that she has created to create fake engagement for herself. So I guess the engagement on her videos is not what she likes. So she's decided that the best course of action is to create a bunch of sock accounts and give herself praise and leave comments on her videos so that she gets the engagement that she needs to stay in the YouTube recommended and to stay in the YouTube algorithm. So Ray says, OMG, the thread on Piggy's community post. Just go read it. The comments are killing me, and Chantal is replying as her sock. So this was on another creator's channel. Chantal, what have I been telling you? You keep telling your people on your channel that you don't pay attention to the drama anymore. You don't care about the reaction channels. You act as if you don't know anything, but clearly you are paying attention because you made a point to go on another creator's channel, to go into their community post and post under one of your socks because you don't have the courage to go on there and do it yourself. So Piggy posted, Salah will get sick of this sooner or later. No person, whether you're skinny, fat, ugly, pretty, wants a lazy, gluttonous sloth as a partner. Well, he's a young man, and I'm sure he wants to be active and do active-based things. But Chantal is not about that life. She's very sedentary. She's very happy just sitting still and not doing much, but yet she picks a partner that is younger and much more active. So here's Chantal's sock at the top. Her sock, hijabi mommy saying, at least she has a man. All this hate is going to come back at you. What have I been telling you guys in my audience? You can always count on Chantal for two things. You can count on her for lying, and then you can also count on her for telling on herself. That's what we love about Foodie. The fact that she tells on herself. We don't have to work very hard to expose her. She exposes herself. But I don't think she cares about her sock accounts being exposed. She really doesn't care. As long as she can use those sock accounts to get engagement, she's good to go. But obvious is obvious, Chantal. We know it's you. We know it's you posting comments like that because you're saying something that the Foodie Beauty would say. And people are tearing her up in the comments. But yeah, one of many socks from Chantal to get that fake engagement. Here's from Katie saying, doggone. This is a close-up shot of Chantal when they were at the McDonald's and doing the mukbang. Again, that abaya was not that tight. When she originally bought it, there was some room in it. It was more loose and flowy. Not anymore. Not anymore, mama. And take note of something before we leave this picture. Take a good look because you're going to see something in a minute make you go, huh? Now, y'all see her legs, right? They don't look very thin. Okay, keep that in mind because there is a picture on my feed where the filters were working and they made her ankles skinny when they're not skinny. This is from Ghost Crab saying proof that Chantal lies. She almost outgrew the booth and can't even breathe anymore, but she totally loves that. So yeah, squeezing yourself into a booth, trying to prove to people that you're not as big as you are It's foolish, Chantal. You're making yourself uncomfortable for absolutely no reason. I would think if I were someone and I were just going ham with the food to the point where I'm trying to fit into a booth and I cannot fit, that would be a wake up call to do something. But I don't know. Like you try to walk in two worlds. On one side, you want to cater to the feedy people, you want to go ham with the food. On the other side of that, you want to deny how big you are. You want to use the filters to shave off the pounds and make yourself seem smaller. So, which lane are you truly in? Are you gung ho about being bigger? Or are you wanting to be smaller? You really need to pick a lane. You can't walk in both worlds. You got to pick one. Either you're proud of how you look and you're proud of your size, or you're not. And if you're not, you need to do something about it. D. Angry Scott says, guys, I just realized Foodie Beauty here with Salah trying to recreate this magical moment with Natter. Look how much less bigger she was, probably the nose candy. Why is she always hopping over rocks to try to impress men? So yeah, when I saw the mukbang and I got to the part where they were in the kids' playground, and by the way, Chantal, why were you there doing that? When I saw the part with her hopping over rocks, I thought of this moment too. I thought of it. And I'm like, why is she doing that? Because she claims to be someone that she was, I have to say, intensely hurt for the sake of YouTube monetization, but he traumatized her. And I would think that if somebody traumatized me, that I would stay away and I would not do things that might remind me of that person because I don't want them anywhere in my current thoughts. So this is the clip. This happened back with Natter. This is when they went to the park and Natter crossed the river on the rocks and she followed behind him.
Yes,
And this is courtesy of Troll Detective. I like to give proper credit to Troll Detective.
you can. You can.
And if you want my opinion, I think Natter did that on purpose. He purposely crossed the river just to laugh at her trying to get across over the stones. Like there she is all the way over there. He's like, let's see her get over these rocks.
Look at this.
You hear that? He's like, look at this. Proof of the trolling. Proof right there. Look at this. Hey guys, let's watch this. She might fall in.
You have to jump.
He was so hoping she would fall in.
Yeah. Go. Yes. Yay, 25 cents.
So that was from Troll Detective and D. Angry Scott. But if somebody traumatized you, why would you do anything that would remind you of them? It kind of makes me think that she might still be thinking of Natter, might still be talking to him here and there, you know, like she's not got him completely out of her mind. Let's see. This is from Shenanigans saying she didn't seem so sure. So this clip had to do with Salah talking about the heat in Kuwait because that is desert climate and the temperatures in Kuwait can reach up to over 100 degrees, sometimes up to 115, 130 degrees. Chantal's from Canada and she can't deal with high heat. She just can't. She's constantly in the house with her AC cranked down so low that there almost would be ice crystals on the window. But let's watch the clip. Okay, enough with the bad music. I'm not here for that. Okay, more bad music. Goodbye. Oh, shoot. Sorry about that. I clipped out. When did they start?
Can't imagine, guys, the hot now. But we can handle it.
Right, baby?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, she doesn't seem quite so sure. She looks kind of, I don't know. I don't know. You know what, Foodie? Listen, I lived in Florida for many years. That's my home, Tampa, Florida. Grew up there. Florida has that humidity along with the heat. You walk outside in the summertime, it feels like you're walking in a sauna. It's sticky, tacky heat that makes you feel sweaty and dirty. Even as a native Floridian, I've been away from home for so long. If I went back, it would take a while to acclimate. Then I moved to Cali. Cali's got kind of that dry desert heat. Took a while to acclimate to that. Took quite a while. Now I'm in Washington. Different climate here. You're from Canada. So you went from a colder climate to a desert climate, and your travel plans, as you say, include going to Thailand, which is tropical heat. Girl, you ain't ready. You are not ready. But you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready to watch you suffer because you are going to suffer. Oh, are you going to suffer? Oh, you're going to be miserable. Girl, you're going to suffer. But this is what you wanted. This is what you paid for. You want to be with Salah in Kuwait. You got to deal with the weather there. If you go somewhere else, you got to deal with the weather there. So enjoy sweating because you're going to do a lot of it. A lot. Okay. Val Gal says the Mario movie looks awful. Cue up the Super Mario Brothers sounds. Where are the giant mushrooms? Oh my goodness. I just keep picturing Super Mario like hopping over things and bumping the giant mushrooms and the coins. I mean, we need those sound effects here. That would be hilarious, but I'm sure those sounds are copyrighted, but that would make it so funny. So incredibly funny. Somebody cue up the Super Mario sounds. And here's proof from Kim Impossible of the filters. Look what the filters did to his head. They elongated his head. That's the slimming filter. You know, it's making everything straight up and down and kind of smoothing out what's round and making it look more flat. All right, so what else we got here is another shot of Chantal. Now, this picture, remember the picture I showed you earlier of Chantal's legs? There ain't no way that her skin, look at her ankles. They're not that skinny. Who are you trying to kid, Foodie? Cut that out. You do not have skinny ankles like that. Stop lying. All right, this is from Tofu. So this is just a sample of Chantal's newest socks. We have Halal Cutie. We have Halal Habibi. We have Hijabi Mommy and Che Hibabi. So that's just 4 socks. There's been at least 8 or 10 that have been exposed, but that's just a sample. Every time one of her socks gets exposed, she makes 4 or 5 more. This is how she's creating the fake engagement so she can post on her live streams, on her videos to keep her in the algorithm, to keep that engagement rather than do quality content. And she wouldn't have to do all this. You know, there's an old saying, Chantal, when you get older, work smarter, not harder. Maybe you've heard that saying. Maybe you should put that into play here. Okay, that's it for everything on Twitter. We covered all that. And normally I would go into the comment section of the videos because there's a lot of interesting comments, but I'll confess to you, I did look at the comment section. And there's a lot of the same comments there. A lot of people talking about the McDonald's and saying it was boring and why are we covering this? And you've covered this before. So a lot of repetition with the comments. So we're not going to get into the comments right now. You know what? Before I say that, and then I kick myself later saying I should have looked again, let me just do a quick scroll through. How about that? We'll do a quick scroll through. We'll pick out the different comments and then we'll go on to the video because the video itself is not that long. So Lemon Poppy says, every time Chantal creates a sock account, an angel gets its wings. Well, a lot of angels have been getting their wings courtesy of Chantal, if that's true. Summerflower says, imagine critiquing and fawning over food at McDonald's like you're dining at the finest restaurant at the Champs-Élysées in Paris. Yeah, it's McDonald's. And she would have a bit of an argument about McDonald's if that McDonald's that she went to, if they offered like a special menu item that none of us have ever heard of, or it's just something around for a very short time, then she could justify the trip to McDonald's and say, hey, they've got this special item. It just showed up. It's something that nobody's ever heard before. And I'm trying it to tell you guys what it tastes like, but it's the same old food. It's just regular breakfast food that any of us could buy if we went to McDonald's. So nothing special about it. In a nutshell, she was hungry. She wanted McDonald's. So she and Salah went to McDonald's, and that way she could eat and justify it to Salah, saying, I'm not just eating, I'm making content for my channel. I'm making money for us, so he'd be okay with it. That's really what it is. Just her trying to justify her bad eating. Cindy Ann says, if this is the biggest McDonald's in Kuwait, where are all the people? You have to fight to get a McDonald's in the United States. I'm kind of curious about that too. They always arrive at locations where there's nobody. How does she manage that? Especially a fast food restaurant. Makeup Fiend says, every time I eat McDonald's, I regret it. Just had a Big Mac because I was craving it. Even though before ordering, I kept telling myself that McDonald's is crap, but ordered it anyway, ate it, and now I feel like crap and regret it. Yeah, and this woman eats fast food 3 or 4 times a day. And she wonders why she feels awful. Like, look, we all treat ourselves to a fast food restaurant once in a while. It happens. You get busy, you're running around, you don't want to go home and cook. But to eat fast food every day for every meal, that's not good. That is not good. Sam R says 8 minutes, 56 seconds. When you order enough food for 6 people, but there's only 2, and you eat all of your food and most of his food, and he's obligated to share half of everything he eats with you because you paid for it. So it was actually your food to begin with. That's true love. Yeah, in the mukbang, you're going to see the food that she ordered, it was not enough to fill her up. Chantal, she doesn't eat a meal to not be hungry and be satisfied. She's not happy with just full. She wants to be over full. She wants to be stuffed. If she's not stuffed, to her, it's not worth it. So she ate her food, and then she kept eyeballing his food, and so he gave her some of his food just to make her happy. It's quite sad. Dusty Bones says, even after Ramadan, you never go where there are people. Why is that? You think by your videos Kuwait was deserted. Well, they are in Kuwait. I'm sure the people there do not want their faces on camera. Maybe they're worried about showing people on camera and getting into trouble. So that would be my guess why we don't ever see anybody. They're looking for locations where they can film, and there's going to be no legal problems. So all the people are saying, what is fresh about McDonald's? People remarking about the empty McDonald's. Karen says, how could you drink coffee in that stifling heat? I'd be dying and drowning in that fountain. Well, one thing I will say about coffee, look, I'm a coffee drinker. I like iced coffee. I like hot coffee. She's in that desert climate. She should be consuming as much in the way of healthy liquids as possible, like a lot of water, keeping herself hydrated. One thing about coffee, I'm just going to say it. It's a diuretic. It makes you go pee a lot. Okay. Um, and some of us that are sensitive to coffee, it makes you do the other thing too. But if she's trying to keep herself hydrated, that coffee's not going to help. But I think the reason why she likes coffee is not because of the coffee. Yes, she does like her caffeine, but it's not just the caffeine she's going for. She's going for the other stuff that she can put in coffee, like the creamer, like the sugar. Because in the coffee, you're going to see her drink, she loaded it up with sugar. She's got to have her sugar fix. Let's see, more people talking about the McDonald's. Kick says, I was in pain watching you eat while the table was pushed up against your stomach. Good God, girl. Yeah, that did not look comfy. That was silly. Her doing that was completely silly. Making your own self uncomfortable to try to prove to strangers on the internet that you are small, that you've lost weight. All it did was prove the opposite, Chantal. All it did was prove the opposite effect. Let's see here. Viral BTW says, yes, give her extras, and he took the smaller half at that. She needs more food. Yeah, the food she ate at McDonald's, that was just an appetizer. Where most of us would be completely full for quite a few hours off that meal, that was just an appetizer for Chantal. That was just a snack. Like she ate her portion and she was looking at him like, you going to eat that? Can I have it? She wasn't done. She wasn't full. All right. So, like, that's a portion of the comments. Let's get into the video, and there's going to be portions of this. I got to turn the sound off because she's got that awful music playing. And right now, what you're seeing right here, this is the Kuwait Tower. So, in their same area. So, let's start from the very beginning. Okay. As you guys can see, she's bringing back the old school classic Foodie Beauty intro.
Hello, Foodie Beauties.
And if you want to know what I think about that, my thoughts on that, let me give you my opinion. I think Foodie is reaching towards nostalgia to appeal to her audience, because a lot of people in her audience have come forward and said, we miss the old Foodie Beauty. We miss the old content. We miss the fun. We miss the quirkiness. We miss the story times. We miss you being in Canada and just acting weird. A lot of people have told her that. We miss the old Foodie Beauty. We don't like this content in Kuwait. It's boring. It's bland. It makes no sense. You have no chemistry with Salah. So what Foodie's been doing lately is reaching back into that nostalgia closet and pulling out things from her past to try to reconnect with people. Talking about the cats because the cats were once connected to her. Talking about Pete's because Pete's was also connected to her. Bringing back the mukbangs like she used to do. Now we're bringing back the intro. So she's going into her closet, dusting some stuff off from her past and saying, let me use this to try to bring back some viewers that were once part of my channel that are not here anymore. But here's the thing, Foodie. The mukbang trend that you got into long ago that used to be really popular, it's not so popular anymore. Those people that were once on your channel as your viewers, they've moved on to other channels, perhaps even other mukbang channels that they evolved. Those mukbang channels, they come up with themes and bright colors and really tasty foods and unusual foods. They have evolved the mukbang concept. You never did. You're still stuck on, let me just buy some basic, bland, fast food, still in the containers, sit in front of a camera, eat it, and that's a moneymaker. No, it's not the moneymaker it used to be. But you're trying to draw back those people that are longtime viewers that once got into you, but they have evolved, they've moved on, and you're probably never going to get those people back. So all these attempts at recreating the old Foodie Beauty, it's not going to work because the person you were then is not the person you are now. You've changed a lot for the worse over the years, and the old Foodie Beauty is not coming back. But I digress. Let's keep going. Oh, music. Bad music. Bad. I'm not here for it. Nope. Bad, stupid filler music and filler footage. This is filler footage. You know, Foodie can take 5 minutes of footage and stretch it into 13 via filler stock footage. Oh, look, the towers. We're going back. We're showing the towers again. We've already seen them, Foodie. And we've already seen the road footage. So there's the McDonald's. You know what the shame of this is? There's the McDonald's. Focusing on the McDonald's. Look what is right next to it. The beach. The beach. Hey, Miss ASMR over there. There's the beach. The beach. Water, sand, wind, beauty, nature. You're stupid. You went to McDonald's and you filmed a boring mukbang. One that you filmed before in Kuwait, and right next to the McDonald's was the freaking beach. You could have filmed an ASMR video there. Missed opportunity. Missed opportunity. I would have been heading for the beach anyway. I'd be like, screw the McDonald's, I'm going to the beach. I'd be going to the beach and doing all kinds of filming, capturing all the sounds of the beach, the sound of the waves, capturing some footage. I'd probably make about 20 ambiance videos just out of that one visit. Various things, the beach at night, the beach during the daytime, the beach sunrise, sunset. Yeah, girl, I would be spending the day at the beach and getting all kinds of stuff. Missed opportunity. You've got your main channel, Foodie, but you also got the ASMR channel, and you got the couples channel. And this thing you did with Salah, why didn't you post it on the couples channel? Why on your main channel? I can tell you why. Because the couples channel sucks. There's not as many viewers over there, and you and Salah need money. So you're taking the couples content and putting it on your main channel now. So you're focusing on the mukbangs, but look dead in front of me. Look. Beautiful beaches. Look at the water. Gorgeous. Fierce. Oh, I would love that for content. Give me all of that. All of it all day. I wouldn't pay paying attention to the restaurant. I would pay attention to the ambiance, but that's just me. But let's keep going, y'all. Why do we even need this bad music? Turn the music off and let's just hear the sound of the waves and the seagulls. We don't need this music. The natural ambiance is just fine. There's nobody around. There's no annoying anything. Why put the music over it? Let the sound of the water and the wind be comforting, Foodie. And then there's the fountain. That would be more ambiance.
Middle East in Kuwait City, right next to the Kuwait Towers. So we're gonna try the breakfast today. I haven't tried the breakfast here at McDonald's in the Middle East yet. So Yella, let's go.
So what do you mean you haven't tried breakfast yet? You've shown us you eating breakfast. What do you mean? More bad music. Okay, you know what? Screw the music. I'm turning off the sound. We'll just show the footage. I don't need to hear her talking. So Salah's going to open the door for her.
Welcome, baby, to McDonald's.
Shukran, Habibi.
Afwan.
Lactose-free milk. Available now.
And why do we need to see this part? Why do we need to see Foodie ordering food? So they want to do mukbang videos. Why do we have to see these little things that don't matter? One of my hobbies is photography, and I recommend photography to anybody out there because you don't have to be a pro photographer to love photography. You can have a point and click camera and take some really great pictures. But one of the things about photography is that it teaches you perspective. It teaches you to focus in on what's important and not focus on what's not important. And you could take something away from that and apply it to other areas of life as well. So this is a case, if I were doing photography, from a photographer's point of view, this would be considered a detail that it can be blurred out. We don't need to see it. We don't need to see this for context. It's not that important. The main focus would be on her sitting down, having a meal, describing the food to us. If the food is the main star, then make the food the star, not the menu.
Sandwiches and wraps. I want this one.
Who cares?
Orange.
I think the reason why they focused on the menu and choosing the food because of what's going to happen next. They're going to show Salat paying for it. There's an emphasis anymore on making sure that everybody can see that Salah is paying for the food. Excuse me, I am so sorry. Chantal, we know that he doesn't work. We know that he doesn't have a job, or if he does, his job is taking care of you. He is essentially Pete's 2.0, where you had Pete's around to do your bidding, to go run and do things for you, to get your food from the front door. Salah is now doing much the same thing. He's just a younger version of Pete's. But if you have him running around to go get you food 4 or 5 times a day, if he can't leave the house without checking in with you and doing constant phone calls, how could he work? And how could he work to have enough money to pay your food bill? Because you're not cheap when it comes to food. You're over in Kuwait and you're paying upwards of $3,000 plus a month just for food. It's ridiculous. You're wearing him out just going to get your food, the constant supply of food, calling him at 2 o'clock in the morning to go get you some snacks. So the only person he's working for is you. So we all know the system. You give him the bank card. He acts like he's paying. He gives the card back to you.
Done. Fakiri Fantas. You okay?
No.
So he asked her just a second ago, do you want to pay? She said no, but she is paying.
That's your job, honey.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to take these, for table service, you have to take these little tents with number on it so they know where to deliver it.
Thanks for payment.
Okay, now that right there, he's throwing some shade. I know it may not look like it, but it is. He's throwing some shade. He's holding out the length of that receipt. You know, like, hey, everybody, look at all the items I had to order for Chantal. Shade. And he's being smooth about it.
Let's go.
More bad music. Turning it off. I'm sorry, I'm just bothered. They're in a McDonald's and there's a beach right there. As I said, screw the McDonald's. I'd be at the beach. Look at it. How could you want to go to a McDonald's and eat a bunch of fast food when the beach is literally within walking distance? I would be taking a walk along the beach, enjoying the waves, enjoying the beautiful fresh air. Oof. Missed opportunity. Missed.
I love this McDonald's. All right, so the food has arrived. Yummy.
Now, does anybody believe that that's going to fill up Chantal? I don't either. We've seen the quantities that she can put down. That's not going to fill her up. That might tide her over for 10 minutes, but that's not going to fill her up.
First thing I'm gonna do is try the coffee.
She could eat her sandwich, his sandwich, all of the hash browns, drink her coffee, and say, what else is there?
So let's try that. It's a latte with, I put hazelnut syrup in it. Nice and hot. Very delicious, yummy. All right, honey, let's dig in.
Okay, baby.
Hash brown.
My orange juice.
She is literally wedged in that seat. You're going to need a crowbar to get her out of there.
And my chicken McMuffin with eggs. Yummy.
Looks good.
Looks so.
Now, the weird thing about Chantal, one thing I noticed long ago, I remember back when she lived with Pete's, back in the villa days, and when they would order food, she could have like a huge spread of food in front of her. Huge. Enough to make her happy. And Pete's would say, order something different like a burger. And even though she had a huge spread of food in front of her, she'd be eyeballing his burger. She's got food aggression. Like if you put food in front of Chantal, you better not touch it. No matter how much food there is, you better not touch it. She wants it all. So even though she's got food in front of her right now, look where her eyes are at. She's looking at his sandwich like, I want that too. Even though she's got her food in front of her and she could eat.
Delicious.
All right, I'm gonna try this hot, fresh. Hash browns are nice and fresh.
So you've got two people doing a mukbang. He's off camera, she's on camera. They're supposed to be married. Married people should have a rapport with each other of they should be able to make easy conversation back and forth. I mean, yeah, I know they're doing a mukbang. The star is supposed to be the food, but if it's you and another person doing it, you're allowed to talk to each other. You're allowed to add some entertaining banter or something to say, but there's so much awkward silence between the two all the time.
Nice seaside view. How is it?
There's no words to describe this tasty food.
You love McDonald's breakfast. So the sausage is like, I think it's a chicken patty with egg.
You know, they're not even acting like a married couple. You know the vibe I'm getting from the two of them? It's like two people who did not know each other who walked into a McDonald's. All of the seats in the booths were full except one. And so they both decided to sit at the same booth because that was the only place to sit and have their meal. Like it's that kind of awkward silence, same energy.
And cheese. Cheesy bite. I like how they season the chicken patty.
And this is where you fail as a mukbanger. Describe the taste. Is it peppery? Is it spicy? Is it meaty? Is it juicy? Chantal, you got money. Buy a dictionary. Buy a thesaurus. Look up some descriptive words and memorize them. Put them in your vocabulary. Stop using the word fresh. Everything is fresh to you. Everything is fresh, even if it's not. You can put something in the microwave and bring it out and you still call it fresh.
Juice is so fresh.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I like their apple juice.
Anybody else hate the word fresh because it's Chantal? Yeah, me too.
I like the orange.
McDonald's. I don't know if they have that here, but it was like an orange tang drink.
Okay, so let's trade for a while. Take a sip.
not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, I'm not a huge orange juice fan lover because it gives me heartburn a bit.
Okay. Take your apple juice.
Try my coffee, my latte. Extra hash brown. One is just not enough.
That's a hint. She just gave him a hint. One is just not enough. That's the hint that this food is not enough for me. I need more. That was a hint for him to get his butt up and go buy her another one because what she's got in front of her will not fill her up. That was a direct hint. And she's saying that before she finishes her food. So she's still eating. She's not even finished all of her food to determine whether she's full or not. And before she's even halfway done, she's like, one is just not enough. Well, how are you going to know that, Chantal, until you finish all of your doggone food? I remember back in the Villa days when she would sit there and she ordered food, she would get the order, and while she's eating, she would think about ordering more food. So she would place an order while still eating her current meal. Insane.
Gorgeous view of the beach.
Yeah, it's a shame that you're not there. You could be there taking a walk, getting some exercise, building up your stamina. Look to your right, Chantal. That's where you should be. That's a healthier location. That's a more peaceful location. But where are you? You're in the place where you should not be, eating food that you should not eat. So you have a choice between spending some time in nature where it would benefit you or spending some time in a fast food restaurant that has no benefit to you. So anybody still believe that she's going to go to the gym? No, me either.
Very good, not as greasy as the other sausage.
The awkward silence is killing me. They're a couple. Why aren't they talking? Why aren't they kind of? She makes a point to put in filler footage of the road and driving in her videos. And she puts in the filler music or the voiceovers to kind of make it more interesting. But when it comes down to the two of them interacting, there's nothing there. She tries to put across to all of us that they're a happily married couple, but a happily married couple can talk to each other. But there's all this awkward silence.
I love this McDonald's here.
Amazing food.
I agree. Eating McDonald's at the restaurant is better because you get the food right when it's fresh.
If you feel that way, why do you order so much takeout? Why do you have Salah go out and get you food and bring it back to the house? Because you don't want to be seen in public. That's why.
It's true. Yeah.
Okay. Did you try the latte?
No? Mm. Whoa.
Yummy. Hazelnut.
More awkward silence. He knows better than disturb Chantal while she's eating.
I think it's less sugar. But still tasty.
You like a lot of sugar in yours, eh?
So she just ate her breakfast sandwich. She's got her juice. She's got her coffee. That breakfast sandwich by itself would have been more than enough for me. I probably wouldn't able to finish it. You know, the breakfast sandwich, it already has the bun, which is the carbs. She just got the carbs she needs, plus the house browns. That's more carbs. And she devoured all of it. And Salah, he's offering her half of his hash brown. He just had a sandwich and one hash brown, and he's offering half to Chantal because he knows that she's not full and he doesn't want her to be grumpy. This is the part where she should say, no, thank you, I'm full. But of course, she's going to take it.
Aww. Thank you.
Between me and you. You're welcome.
That food is a bribe. That bribe is, don't get mad at me. I know you're still hungry. I don't want you to be cranky today. So just fill up so you won't be cranky.
The hash browns are so good.
It's too fresh. Just now it's cooked. Oh, there's sugar here.
Oh,
But if you want, you want.
yeah.
Salah, don't you know by now she wants all the sugar? It can never be too much sugar for Chantal. Remember, she's a Starbucks baby. She likes to go to Starbucks and get those highly sugar drinks, the diabetes in a cup. She'll drink 2 of those without even blinking an eye. So just trying to limit her sugar, good luck with that, bro.
Oh, look, a little heart.
See the heart, guys? There's heart inside.
So romantic. I want to play on this thing after. Huh. Very good service here. Very good.
More?
Want more?
Let's try now.
Of course she wants more.
Oh, the heart's gone.
But the heart's still in our mind.
So it's hot outside. It's scorching hot outside. She's wearing the abaya. She's wearing the hijab. That should make her hot enough, and she's drinking hot coffee. How is that going to help you keep cool, Chantal?
Aw. Yeah, one more, you'll. 3 sugars.
I'm done.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
So Salah is younger. He's over 6 feet tall. He's not even half Chantal's size, and a breakfast sandwich and one hash brown, not even half a hash brown, and he's full. She sat there and ate a breakfast sandwich and more than one hash brown, and she's still hungry.
All right. So that is the end of this video. Just a quick breakfast with us today. We hope you enjoyed.
The food was outstanding, really. So good.
Glad you enjoyed.
Thank you, Annie. You too.
You know, I have to wonder something, y'all. Like, seriously wonder. Them going to fast food joints, are they maybe hoping that somebody reaches out to them and like a McDonald's or a Burger King or somebody and says, hey, we'll be your sponsor? Is that what they're going for? Like, they just make a point to go to all these fast food restaurants and say the food was delicious. Are they hoping that somebody reaches out to them and sponsors Chantal? Because that's not going to happen.
Let's see if Chantal can make it. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
And of course, Salah is standing far away where the filters cannot work. He's doing it on purpose, y'all. I'm telling you, the silent shade was off the chart in this mukbang.
4 is hard.
Making sure to get all of her. Chantal hates her side profile. And he's making sure to show that.
Take your time. 4, 5, and 6. Bravo. Good job. You made it. Do you want to say something, baby?
It's so hot.
It's only 35 Celsius.
That should give you a clue, Chantal. He said it's only 55 Celsius. And it's not August yet. That's a clue. It's going to get even hotter. So if you hate it now, wait. That was more silent shade thrown by Salah. So he had her do it first, and you saw that she had difficulty. And then he did it right behind her to show her, look, see how easy this is supposed to be? And it's not easy for you. He's throwing shade.
Hello.
So easy for you, huh?
Oh, this one? Piece of cake.
More bad music. See, I'm telling you, Chantal, you missed it. Here was your opportunity that if you were going to do true ASMR ambiance, you were right at the beach. Could have set up the phone, set up the camera, let it run for a bit, made an ambiance video out of that. It would not have been stock footage. You missed it because you were too busy being focused on the McDonald's right behind. Stupid. Why the music? Why not the sounds of nature? Why do we need this stupid music? I'm so irritated. It makes no sense to me.
Working with my beautiful wife at the biggest McDonald's in the Middle East.
And again, he's showing her from that side angle. I'm telling you. Salah is over her. He's not even paying her any courtesy of being careful of those angles. He's showing it all.
You can't imagine, guys, the hot now. But we can handle it. Right, baby?
Yeah, sure.
No, he can handle it, but trust me, you can't. I'm smaller in stature than you, Chantal. I've dealt with temperatures over 100 degrees. It sucks. You are going to hate it. Oh, you're going to hate it, but I love that for you. You're going to sweat like you've never sweat before. You're going to be so uncomfortable, and I'm here for all of it. So go ahead and lie to her, Salah. Keep telling her that she can deal with the heat there. Then come August, if she's still there, boy, she's going to be a terror to deal with.
You're sweating. Nice flowers here. And the birds drinking water there.
You know, I see so many things right there in that one area that could have been made into ambiance videos, and she just bypassed it all because in her mind, she's like, I just want to go to the McDonald's. I want to get my meal. I'm stuffed, and now I just want to go home because it's hot. More bad music, which I don't care to hear. Okay, so that's it for the vlog. So that's it for this react. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead and end it here and post up this react. And anybody watching this react, if you want to, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Would love to hear from you. So thank you so much for spending time with me today. Hope you have a pleasant rest of your day and have a good one. Bye-bye.